What's up, guys? Ian here. Just thought I'd make a quick video and give you my impressions on Uncharted 2. What is it? Among Thieves. I am currently playing through all the games on the Uncharted Drake Collection, Master Chief Collection. You know I was going to make that joke at some point. But I thought I'd run down real quick and just kind of give you my impressions since I did a video talking about the first game and how much I really disliked the end of that thing and kind of some problems that it had. So let's just start this off right now by saying this game got way fucking better than the first one. First and foremost, the game looks beautiful. Now, granted, I haven't taken any time to look at 3 or 4 or the other thing that's coming along, but so far, really, really beautiful game. I really, really liked it. The animations for this one were on point. I mean, it's one of those things where the motion capture was just perfect, to the point where I thought I was watching like a movie or a TV show or something along those lines. Now, granted, I know it's an upres type of situation, but they didn't go back and reanimate all these things. So even if they changed the textures a little bit, up the textures, added sweat or other shit like that, it's still one of these things where the motion of the ocean was really good. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying here. So one of the other major good things is that the shooting mechanics got a lot better. Like they feel a lot snappier. I feel like the guns have more oomph. They have the correct kind of punch when you're shooting them. Like the Magnum and the Desert Eagle actually, I felt like they were doing what they should do. A one shot kill if you hit somebody in the chest or the head. Yeah, that's exactly how it should be with those kind of guns. Well, in my opinion, never having really fired one of those before, I'm sure Brian will correct me if I'm an idiot. Which, this is the second time recording this, so you can all enjoy the fact that I am an idiot and had myself muted. Hang on a second. Okay, we're good. It wasn't 12 minutes wasted, not at all. My dog's mad at me. So shooting mechanics got really good, really tight, real snappy. The traversal is still really fun, and that's what I really like about these types of games. Those are the Tomb Raider ones, is like climbing around the environment, trying to figure out. All right, I know I need to get up there, but what is it I need to do to be able to get to that? It's kind of like little puzzles, environmental puzzles kind of things, and a lot of the puzzles that you actually do in this game were really fun as well. Some of them I kind of didn't get at first, but eventually you kind of get to it. And it's not too like when I was playing Portal 2, I would get stuck and have to turn the game off and walk away because I was overthinking a puzzle. These are kind of, like, here's a couple of possible solutions that you could see around the room. Fucking figure it out, idiot. But it was really good. I really liked the traversal. There were a couple of times that I did have to use the hint function to show me, hey, idiot, go to this wall. Ooh, excuse me. And there's things that you could climb on there. So I thought that was really good. The story is your basic Indiana Jones style: find clue to find clue to find clue to find treasure. That's not really the treasure that you thought it was, but it's still something that is related to it. Like this one was the Chitamani Stone. I think I'm saying it right. And I'm not going to go into great detail as to what happens with the stone or as far as the story is concerned, but it does do that thing where it's like, go here, find this. Okay, now it's telling you to go here, and now you found this, but that's telling you to go here, which is pretty cool because I mean it helps kind of diversify the environments that you're going through because of all the other stuff. Like you go through cityscapes, snow, um, jungle. There's all sorts of interesting stuff that you got to do through in this one. The music in this game was fucking amazing. And I'm going to be honest with you, years ago when this game first came out, I would listen to the soundtrack of it on YouTube without ever playing the game just because I thought the music behind it was really, really good. So if you have no interest in checking the game out, I strongly suggest, well, actually, I strongly want to know why the hell you're here watching this. But I would strongly suggest checking out the soundtrack because I thought that was some really good stuff. Let's see here. Voice acting's top notch. Of course, you got your man Nolan North on the front doing the Nathan Drake, and he does a really good job. I think that's just his normal voice, but it's still it fits the character. I mean, he's perfect for that role. If anybody else tries to swoop in a reboot and take him, no, not gonna work. Between shooting a muted version and then shooting the one with the right microphone on, I should have taken the time to find the list of names of the actresses that were also in this, but I didn't. I didn't. I know that one of the ladies was a cast member on Farpoint. I think it was Farscape. It was on Sci-Fi. Had really weird puppety looking things. Um, but she's done some really amazing stuff and really good in this. I'm not sure who all the other folks are. I do have one gripe about the characters that Sully was not in this game enough. Like I really wanted to see more of Sully. I really got to like Sully in the first game, so I wanted more of him. Instead, what we had was this love triangle bullshit that was going on. I'm not going to get into the specifics of which characters are involved in that. I mean, Drake might be in the dudes. You never know. It's a modern world we live in. He's not. But you know, there's that kind of shit, and I've never really liked that because it's more one of these things where, for one, you show how weak a character is when he can be controlled by the power of boners. Um, and then also they didn't like step it up for these two characters. I mean, you're followed around by these two characters. Why can't they drop the 9 millimeter and pick up an assault rifle or throw a grenade or two? Actually help out. Now, I'm not saying it because they're women. Sully only handled a sniper rifle in one section. Other than that, it's a pistol for him or a magnum, whichever. It's still one of these things where the NPCs need to pick up more powerful weapons so that they can actually assist. Now, granted, I was playing this on not the easiest setting because Explorer is basically just they run through the game for you and you watch the whole thing. So I wanted to at least play the game, but it's mainly because I want to see the story and I want to experience it, but not get to the point where I'm leveled by it, and it's just I don't want to go back to it. I'm too frustrated, which almost happened on the first game, if you remember from my review on that. But let's see, music set pieces are awesome. They were amazing. I really enjoyed those. There are a few times that you do. Well, these guys are known for doing Crash Bandicoot, right? And there's a couple of times that you got to run towards the camera in that game. So there's a couple of times in this game that you had to run towards the camera, which was really cool, but really intense because it's like, well, what the fuck is going to come up in front of my face? But those were really cool. I really enjoyed them, except for the one that you have to do twice. There's one that kind of happens at the beginning to be like, hey, here's the situation that we're in. And then, after you get past it, they're like 7 days earlier or some shit like that, or months ago or whatever. Fuck, I can't remember. But it's one of these things where when they come to that point in the story and you're at that spot again, don't make me play the whole thing over again. Don't make me do everything. Let me watch him. You pan the camera back and out and up and going over stuff and just make it known that yes, this is what had already happened and then move forward. I mean, they only make you play half of it. Why did they make you play half of it? Why couldn't they just move you past it with a quick camera swing or whatever? I thought it was stupid, and yes, it's because I fell off the damn train even the second time when you play through it. The first time I fell off it quite a bit. Let's see here. Now, let me get into some of the other stuff that really pissed me off. Like in the first one, there are your super natural beastie bad guys that come around. Now, the benefit is that there's not that many, not like the zombies where there's fucking like doing horde mode and shit for like, was it like 2 or 3 times in the first game? I think you had to do a horde mode style throwdown. And then you had to change up your whole mechanics or your whole thought process of walking through an area because you had to think is a dude going to come running around that corner and come scattering for my face and try to bite my face off. So you had to like constantly be looking down the side. I know your elbow's not supposed to be up, but you're constantly looking down the side of the gun like, oh fuck, something's going to come and eat my goddamn face. This time they were big hulking types of things, but it was a more manageable type of situation where, yes, you did have one section where you're in an arena. No, I guess it was 2 times. You're in an arena and it's just like, here, you got to fight these 3 guys. One of which was just kind of basically wait out the clock. It doesn't like really tell you that you had to wait out the clock, but I kind of got the feeling because I wasn't killing any of them and I was just trying to stay away from them. But then the second time that you do that kind of thing, you could tell that there's a way that you can kill them because it had been done before in front of you. Um, so yeah, so I mean those were okay. It wasn't too bad. There is a section in the game where I let the two factions kind of fight it out for a little bit. I don't know if they would have finished each other off or it would have just kept clown carring them until eventually I got myself involved. But eventually I was just like, fuck it, let's move this along. But they get really fucking like they'll take a lot of help from you if they run up on you and grab you and do their little fucking thing. They'll seriously hurt you. Let's see here. The first game. It was. I mean, it was a fair part of the story. I'm not going to go into the detail as to why they were there or what happened with them, but it was interesting. It made sense. Um, I think it made more sense than the zombies in the first one, in my opinion. But other than that, the story was really, really good. It was engaging to the point where I kept coming back to this game. Like, I think I maybe sat down to play the game 3 times, possibly only two. I can't remember really. I started it one day and I plowed through a good chunk of it, and then the next time I think I finished it, maybe there was a couple of little spots in between there. No, there was. Okay, there was 3 times. I sat down to play it for 3 times, and I really loved it. Again, gameplay was snappy. The story was great. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of kept forgetting a bunch of the stuff when they were talking about Marco Polo. Like I didn't keep track of that shit, and they did a really good job of kind of coming back to that. What was really interesting to me was more of the intriguey type stuff that was going on between the characters. I'm not going to get into the great detail, but it is one of these things where it's like, whoa, is somebody telling the truth or are they lying? What's going on? Are they a double agent? Are they a triple agent? What the fuck's going down? So I mean, that was really good. I did kind of get a little fucking bored with the love triangle bullshit that was going on, but I mean, any good story has that kind of stuff. Like it's got to have like some love, betrayal, compassion, contempt. There's got to be something in there between the characters, and that really is what kind of brought me back to it. Because again, with the voice acting, the motion capture, it really sold it and got me into it. But let me go ahead and wrap this up real quick. I know that I got some shit for giving the first one a 6.5 because everybody's like, Dick, this is a great game, wonderful. And it's like, it's my opinion, and that's my opinion. Like, I'm not an actual games journalist. Like, I'm not going to impact the fucking Metacritic. Besides, that game came out like fucking a decade ago, probably, or some, they're close to that, or something like that. But I do want to state that on this game, on which one is this? Among Thieves. I keep forgetting which subtitle it is, but Among Thieves, I give it a solid 8. This was a great game. I had a lot of fun with it. I kept wanting to come back to it. I almost dived right into the third one right after, but I decided that I needed to take a step back, play a couple of other games so I don't burn myself out on these types of games. But I'm really enjoying the series now. It's starting to pick up. Like the first one had its pluses. I mean, I finally got to the end of it, but it did have its things that were really dragging it down. This one basically really got me to the point where it's like, okay, can't wait to jump into the next one because it's either going to go up or it's going to go down or it's going to be level. Hopefully, it's level to up because I had a lot of fun with this game and I highly recommend it. If you have a PlayStation 4, this thing usually goes for sale for like $15 every now and then at like Best Buy or hell, I'm sure digital version on the PSN is probably fairly inexpensive. But yeah, I strongly recommend it. Even if you get a PlayStation 3, go find it at some used joint and get it that way. So that's all I got on this one for now. You'll be seeing a bunch of reviews for other stuff coming up. I'm still trying to get the other guys into filming little reviews and getting stuff done. I'm trying to set up one on a different game with a different person to try to get a review done that way. And a burp right in your ears. But other than that, yeah, look forward to more content dropping daily. If you haven't already and somehow you found your way to this channel, smack that subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll get stupid videos sent to you as regularly as we put them up. Mainly, you'll hear my voice. It's not as sexy as I think it is. All right. Have a good night, guys. Tell me what you think down in the comments below if you want. Whatever. We can have an argument. We can have a discussion. I'm a grown ass man. Let's do this. Talk to you guys later.